Hey Eagles, how are you doing today? Mrs. Ryan here. So we are getting ready to start our fourth quarter for third grade, which is math focused. So the first thing I would like us to do today together is if you could find this yellow paper right here. It's in your class folder. It's thicker paper. It's just in the inside of your folder. So go ahead and find that. If you need to hit pause, that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take a minute and I'm going to put my name on this. So you should put your name on it too. Actually, I'm going to put third grade so it'll represent all of us. But you put your name on yours. Okay. So this same document can be seen on this page right here. It's just in color, but ours are on yellow. So I'm going to read through these. You're not check marking anything. You don't need a pencil anymore. You don't need any writing thing. I just want you to know what our learning targets are for the quarter, meaning these are the skills that we are going to focus on this quarter. Okay? All right. Again, you're not checking anything off. Let's just read them. The first one reads, I can reason about similarities between the characteristics of numbers. So we're going to learn how to do that. The next goal is I can explain the definitions for factors, multiples, and prime, composite, and square numbers. You probably are aware of some of those words already. I would think prime and composite, maybe multiples and factors. You've probably talked about that already in your math class. We're just going to go deeper into those, and we're going to add in square numbers. Okay, the next one. I can explain how multiplication and addition are related to division and how to use this relationship to solve division problems. So we're going to be talking a lot about the 4 different operations, right? Your subtraction, your addition, your multiplication, and your division. And we're going to be learning about how all of those interact together. The next one reads, I can apply operation properties as strategies to multiply. So we're going to learn a lot of different operation strategies. I can find the greatest common factor of 2 whole numbers less than or equal to 100. And then I can find the least common multiple of 2 numbers less than or equal to 12. That is something that we're going to be working on towards the end of the quarter. It's called greatest common factor and least common multiple. So we're going to practice those and get really good at it. Finally, the last goal is I can multiply fluently within 100, meaning that you can multiply quickly 73 times 4, that kind of thing. Okay? So this is going to stay inside of your folder. So we'll get it out every once in a while, make sure we're on track, but I want you to keep this in your folder the whole quarter. So put this in your folder now. All right? Cool. The next thing I want to look at together, and you don't have a copy of this, so we're just going to look at it together, is this growth mindset versus fixed mindset little activity, because it is so important for us to continue to practice that growth mindset. You might be used to being the first one finished in math class all the time, but that's not always going to be the case in our room, right? What we're doing is more rigorous, or it's tougher, So we just need to have that growth mindset. It's okay to make mistakes. We just have to learn from them and then move on. So if you could look at this part of the screen right here, it says growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Directions. Drag each mindset in the boxes below to the proper side of the chart. Hint, there's 5 on each side. So just to remind you, a growth mindset, that's the belief that intelligence is malleable, which means that it can change with hard work. You're not born smart. It's you have to work for it, but you can work for it and you can do it. Fixed mindset is that you believe intelligence cannot be changed. You're either smart or you're not smart, and that's it, right? And if you have a fixed mindset, well, your brain's not going to grow because you don't think it can. So I'm going to scroll down here, and we have some phrases. And I think we just have to move them. Let's see if I can move one. There we go. Okay. So our first one is, this is too hard. Is that growth mindset or fixed mindset? this is too hard. I hope that you said fixed mindset, because that is definitely a fixed mindset. If you think something's too hard, you're not going to try to do it. You're not going to try to understand it. So you'll never be able to do it. So that's not good. All right, our next one reads, this will be challenging, but I'll keep at it. This will be challenging, but I'm going to keep at it. That is a great attitude. Somebody's recognizing, yes, this is tough, but I'm just going to keep trying. That is a growth mindset. All right, how about this one? I'll never be good at this. Sometimes when it sounds whiny, it's a fixed mindset, isn't it? Because the person doesn't want to try. I'll never be good at this. Well, you're not going to be good at this with that attitude. Okay. I'm going to have to think. Ooh, I really messed that one up. Let's try again. I'm going to have to think through this more carefully. I don't understand it, but I'm going to have to think through this more carefully. That is a positive reaction to something that is hard, because you're just saying to yourself inside your head, I need to just find another way to do this. I need to look at this differently. I need to look at it more carefully. It's really good. Ooh, this one tricks people a lot. My work is good enough. My work is good enough. This is the tricky one, because if your work is just good enough, that doesn't mean that you really tried your best. It means that you're settling. You're like, it's good enough. So that's actually a fixed mindset. How about this one? Mistakes help me learn. Well, of course, that's a growth mindset, right? Because we have to learn from our mistakes. I am working really hard at this. That's good. Instead of saying, this is so hard, I don't understand it, you're saying, I'm working really hard at this. Except for I moved the wrong one, didn't I? So let's put that under growth mindset. How about this one? He's just smarter than I am. Maybe the person next to you got a higher score, and your reaction is, maybe he's just smarter than I am. Well, no, that person probably has just tried harder, looked at it different ways. Maybe they've done all of these things on the growth mindset side. So comparing yourself to other people is a very natural human thing to do, but it's not good for our brains. It actually stunts our growth. It makes us have that fixed mindset. All right, tomorrow I'll get a fresh look at this. That is a positive attitude, because sometimes we just need to remove ourselves from whatever it is that we're struggling with so we can come back to it with a fresh mind. That is a wonderful growth mindset. So obviously this one has to be fixed since it's 5 on each side. But it says, I give up. Yeah. If you give up, kind of a quitter, then that would definitely be fixed mindset. So there we go. I just wanted to do that together with you today. If you are ready and if you have time today, you want to get the pre-assessment from your teacher. It looks like this. Let me get it. It looks like this. So you'll want to get this from your teacher if you have time to do this right now. Remember that we haven't learned this information yet. So all you're going to do is try your best. Just put your name on it. Try to answer the questions the best you can. It is okay to leave things blank. It is okay to not know. I haven't taught you this material yet, but it's very important for me to know what you already know. If the whole class already has multiples down, we shouldn't spend that much time on multiples. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important for you to try your absolute best. But it's equally as important for you to know it's okay to not do well on this. Nobody will probably get a passing score, but it's so important for you to still try. I'm not going to be upset at you if you get all of them wrong at all. That's okay. That's why it's called a pre-test, right? It's before we've learned it. So when you have a minute, go ask your teacher if you can take this now, or maybe they'll want you to take it at a later time. All right. Bye, everyone.